This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, January 21st, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Baby, it is cold outside, and George Young from DMV Weather will have the update on that just a little bit later. But Gavin Buckley, mayor of Annapolis, is proposing a new report from the city's police chief. He wrote an editorial for the Capitol this weekend discussing gun violence, and he is looking to have Chief Scott Baker create a report that's going to show whether we have more frequent use of guns in crimes, more fatal outcomes when shooting occurs, and the mental health relationship so often mentioned. Additionally, he wants to see data for those arrested for crimes involving guns and if they had a prior criminal record. Those with a criminal record, did they have a prior arrest involving guns? What percentage involved guns? How many crimes involved shootings? How many police shootings? How many gun victims died before they could reach the hospital? How many shootings were at close range? How many suicides or attempts involved guns? How many non-fatal shootings did we have? How many events involving guns were minors under the age of 20? How many illegal guns are recovered and what happened to them? How many criminals used guns in a substance abuse or addiction event? And finally, how many criminals using the guns are determined to be mentally ill? A lot of those will have some challenges because a lot of that is private information. And he has put a call out to the other mayors and jurisdictions of the state to do a similar program and collect a similar amount of data. In his editorial at the Capitol, he did allude to a June 28th remembrance of those that were shot in the Capitol Gazette newsroom. And he says, and whether it is through music or candlelight, on the 28th of June, Annapolis will remember the Capitol Gazette staff members lost to a shooter. One of BWI's security checkpoints is closed indefinitely after the blue flu has struck. Yes, it is after excessive call-outs by TSA agents who have not reported to work because they are not getting paid. And they have closed down Checkpoint A, which is at the Southwest Airlines check-in terminal. Arguably one of the most busy checkpoints in the airport because Southwest is one of the largest carriers out of the airport. A spokeswoman for the airport said that checkpoints B and C will remain open to support concourses A, B, and C, and they claim that it will have minimal, if any, impact on passengers. Not quite sure how they figure that one out. High school students in Howard County are soon going to be able to get free condoms at the school nurse's office in a program officials say is aimed at reducing the spread of chlamydia, gonorrhea, and other sexually transmitted diseases. Howard is going to become the third local school district to provide condoms for students. Montgomery County started a similar program in the fall, and Baltimore City has been doing it for years. And just so you know, statewide, there were 44,967 cases of three diseases that they're looking at: chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis in 2017. And that is a 10.5% increase from the year before. And that does mimic what the CDC is showing on a national level. Governor Larry Hogan has appointed his deputy chief of staff as the new secretary for the Department of Natural Resources. Jeannie Hadaway-Riccio is a former lieutenant governor candidate with David Craig, and they ran against Hogan and Rutherford in the first term in the primary. She's been appointed to the cabinet position and is slated to begin her appointment in early February. She has been the deputy chief of staff for Governor Hogan since January of 2016, and prior to that, she was the director of intergovernmental affairs from 2015 to 2016. Hadaway-Riccio is going to replace Secretary Mark Belton, who is going back to his former job as the Charles County Administrator. Prior to serving in the Hogan administration, Hadaway-Riccio was a Republican member of the House of Delegates, serving from 2003 to 2015, representing Maryland's Eastern Shore. It is Martin Luther King Day, and as we wrap up, I just want to give you a note of what is open and what is closed. Federal offices are closed, and that would be the ones that are open in lieu of the shutdown. State offices will be closed, courts will be closed, senior centers will be closed, banks, post offices, public schools, and the county libraries all will be closed. There are no changes to county curbside collections for trash or recycling. City refuse and recycling will not be effective. Annapolis Transit is going to run on a Sunday schedule. There will be no Martin Luther King Jr. Day Parade because that has been rescheduled because of the cold weather, and that's in April now. And light rail is going to be running on a regular weekday schedule. That is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. You want to click on that top link in our show notes and check out all the different ways that you can connect with us. I bet you'll be surprised. And if you can recommend us to your friends and colleagues, I would appreciate that incredibly. Also, if you're someplace where you can leave a recommendation or a review, please do that. Again, much appreciated. All right, that's it. Hang tight. Coming up in just a bit, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast, and it is a cold one out there. Bundle up, folks.
There is a diamond of diamonds, and as you'd expect, it's from the De Beers Group, benefiting from over 130 years of diamond expertise. Only 14 diamond tears in the world are allowed to touch them. Its name? Forevermark. And only one jeweler between Annapolis and Washington has it. Zachary's. Not only is it a beautiful and rare diamond, it's a diamond with a story of responsible sourcing, supporting women and girls in diamond-producing areas around the world through education, healthcare, professional training, and other programs. So when you give a Forevermark diamond, you're not just giving, you're giving back. Zachary's and Forevermark, a jeweler and a jewel. Online at zacharysjewelers.com.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, January 21st. In a word, yikes. Temps outside now are only in the single digits and low teens, as wind chills are generally below zero across all of Anne Arundel County. And while there will be plenty of sunshine later today, high temps will likely end up only between 15 and 20 degrees, as wind chills remain near or below zero all day. More cold tonight with lows again in the single digits or low teens, and while warmer tomorrow, temps will still only top out around 32 degrees with tons of sunshine. Then comes a couple of days of temps in the upper 40s or lower 50s Wednesday and Thursday as the storm moves by to our northwest, likely bringing more rain to the Annapolis region, with temps then falling back into the 40s on Friday before more cold for the weekend, with 30s likely Saturday and Sunday as winter time is now in full swing. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Be sure to bundle up and stay warm, and get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Join Anne Arundel Medical Center Foundation on Saturday, April 27, 2019 at our Denim and Diamonds Bash in Annapolis. Denim and Diamonds is a fun evening under the stars featuring fabulous cuisine and gourmet food trucks, live and silent auction, and a live band. Last year, AAMC cared for more than 2,000 patients in our emergency departments suffering from mental illness or addiction. Help us expand much-needed inpatient and outpatient programs and services for your community. For tickets and sponsorships, visit aamcdenimanddiamonds.org. Special thanks to our platinum sponsors, AAMC medical staff, the Chesapeake Bayhawks, Comcast, the Evan K. Thallenberg family, What's Up Media, and WRNR.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.